Sir, with all due respect, kasi po nag-break. Hindi po magandang pakinggan yan. Hindi po mag-break ang Senado kung sinabi niyong kailangan ng congressional approval ang paggamit ng PNOC ng kanilang pondo. Pakilagay po sa record after your presentation and we give a chance to the others, Mr. Chair. Because it's important na hindi tinuturo sa atin na nag-break tayo kaya ang PNOC hindi makagamit ng kanyang pera. That's unfair. Ang sekretary nga ninyo wala dito Kung anong pamumulitik ang ginagawa na naman ng sekretary nyo.
Go ahead, Yusek Sales.
Thank you po. Next slide po. Now, this is just a graphical presentation against the 5 scenarios. So yung second clustered columns, yan ang current situation na po natin. And you can compare dun sa scenario 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 using yung time-bound and Dubai average. So in reality, as of this week po, nag-i-straddle na tayo between S3 and S4 scenarios that were given by the committee. So yan po ang situation ngayon linggo. Okay, next slide po. Baka medyo maliit pero nilagay lang namin yung action ng DOE in terms of yung immediate tier 1, tier 2 at saka tier 3, 30-day, 90-day and beyond 90 days. So yung nasa unahan was yung sinabi ni Yusek Wimpy during the first week of the situation, intensified inventory check. We wanted to make sure anong estado ng ating supply. Nag-coordinate sa LGU, PNP to check on profiteering and hoarding. Tapos immediately we engaged the oil companies for potential mitigation in price adjustments like what happened in the first 2 weeks that they were staggering the increases. Then we intensified the energy savings program. In fact, we instituted work from home, carpooling in the department itself. We also went out to the other national government agencies for their implementation, more intense implementation of the energy savings programs in place. We also activated PNOC and PNOC EC to try and look for other sources. And in fact, yung first cargo na in-order ni PNOC EC is arriving towards the end of this week. Diesel po siya. Dadating po sa Subic ngayon linggo. We also engage with the different embassies to ensure yung mga existing contracts po natin. Kasi karamihan ng produkto natin ang gagaling po sa South Korea, China, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore. Around the region lang, malapit. But we talk to all of the ambassadors here and in some of the instances directly talk to their Ministry of Energy or to ensure that yung existing contracts yun na order na in place ay wag pong tamaan ng any sort of export ban. And in fact, kaya medyo gumanda yung inventory, may deliveries na dumating from China, South Korea, Japan, yung usual suppliers natin are still coming in. That's why yung pinakitang inventory is relatively high. May 38 days po tayo sa gasoline, 42 I think days sa diesel, and more para sa bunker fuel. No? So those are the things we immediately encountered. Of course, pwede rin kasi mag-cascade into the power sector, so we immediately talk to the importers of our coal. So although in power, mas konti na lang ginagamit natin, peaking fuel na lang yan. But of course, yung coal kasi ini-import natin sa Indonesia, so may marginal increase dahil sa transportation, shipping costs sa Indonesia. So hindi pa namin na-quantify but it's looking itong mga bagong shipments na dadating ng coal, marginally 10 to 20% increase, primarily sa freight cost. No, but we're already engaging the power plants, especially magsasummer na po tayo. And then yung dinefine natin sa tier 2, further actions natin in the short to medium term. Ito na nga, nag-engage na kami sa embassies to ensure our continued supply para sa mga private contracts with all of our supplying countries. And then we intensified yung ordering ng PNOC and PNOC-EC to move out from the traditional sources din natin dito sa Southeast Asia. And when they're talking to US supplier and South American suppliers, Indian suppliers, which are not traditional. The only drawback is humahaba yung resupply time, US mga 40, 45 days, kung India ka mga 30 days. But we have to keep the inventory up. And we also have already issued the department circular loosening the use of diesel to Euro 2 standard, but of course this is going to be limited to generators, the old engines. This has particular effect sa mga jeepneys po natin that run on older engines, and it will not be a problem for them to use Euro 2. So that's loosening up on that requirement. We have recommended as well a exemption to the importation of biofuels, because every % biofuel, nababawasan yung need for the gasoline and the diesel. The NBB will be convening to address yung potential to increase yung ethanol blend sa gasolina po natin. Currently, nasa E10 tayo. Baka we're looking at increasing it to E15. Although meron po tayong existing na voluntary E20 usage. Pero maraming technical discussions about E20. Also, we are going to be seeking approval for the supplemental budget for PNOC. The request has been passed to the Committee on Energy chair in the House, I think. So we want to activate yung funds ng GOCC natin to be able to address yung inventory natin in country to keep it at a healthy level. So there's more there. But,
Mr. Chair,
go ahead.
Go ahead,
follow up
ma'am.
lang, magkano yung supplemental budget na hinihingi nyo for PNOC?
I think yung initial request, if I'm not very sure, but it should be 8 billion to 10 billion. And this is not funds from the national government. That those are funds in the PNOC, but needs congressional action in the budget para ma-release, magamit.
Well noted. Salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank
Just to place on record, the National Oil and Gas Contingency Plan was in place in 2023. We were using the previous plan 2002, but it was also based on the 1973 experience of the Philippines. So siya po yung pinaka-senior na nandun na noong 1973 po.
Mr. Chair, the congressional approval is needed based on the answer to the question of Senator Ontiveros. So has it been communicated to both houses?
I think a letter was submitted to the committee chairs, but naka-break po ang
Kasi po, we were willing to go on special session. May we know, number one, no GAA funds needed. It's with PNOC, and all it needed was congressional approval. And bicameral, ang dali naman. Isa lang na araw yan. May I know, kailan po binigay ng DOE sa Senado, kailan natanggap yung sulat, kailan binigay sa atensyon ng leadership at ng chair ng komite? May we know? I mean, this is what I mean. We act with urgency. It's not a matter of walang pondo. May pondo, it came from DOE's information, congressional approval. So it doesn't take too much if it's an urgent matter. We were able to pass the excise tax, and to be fair to the chair, kaagad nagtrabaho at napasa po namin. So kailan po ito?
Yeah, PNOC is here, Mr. Chair. Initially, itong first two cargos actually, merong releasable fund pa si PNOCEC. That's why we bought the first cargo. And then there's a second cargo coming in. So,
Ko po tinatanong yung ilang cargo. Simple question. If the DOE says that all it needs is congressional approval and the PNOC has
Yeah.
the funds, and you said that the letters were sent because it is important that the people know that letters are not sitting in the Senate without action. We would know if there is a letter that is deemed urgent. Kasi wala ang inyong DOE secretary eh. Wala dito eh. E nandito siya last week. Sinabi ba niya sa chairman ng Energy? Sinabi ba niya sa leadership sa Senado? Wala. Ang kanyang linalabi yung biofuel. Sinabi ba yan? Because this is so urgent. It did not come from us. It came from the DOE. May I just know the date? Sir, I know you're a technical person and you seem very knowledgeable. I just need to know, it's an admin matter. Can we kindly put on record after this presentation, Mr. Chair, just bear with me, so that hindi ang itsura nakapending sa Senado, tapos sasabihin nyo, kasi po nag-break, excuse me, hindi po nag-break ang Senado na hindi inaaksyonan ang hinihiling ng executive. Dalawa ang inyong hiningi. Excise tax, napasa namin. At sabihin nyo on the record, kailan nyo mai-implement yan, at ang gulo ninyo. Sinabi nyo, excise tax, kailangan urgent. Nung napasa namin, sinabi, we will see. Yan, galing sa inyo yan ha, kung gagamitin. Tapos, the next day, o sige na nga. Ano ba? Ano ba? Kailangan ba? Hindi. It was deemed urgent, napasa. Tapos, pagkapasa namin, we will see. I'm quoting the executive, nanggaling sa inyo yan. Tapos ngayon, gagawin na. And cite the impact, mararamdaman pa. Yun ang sabi ng chair noon, ni Senator Pia. Ano ang ramdam sa pagbaba o pagkaltas ng excise tax? Yung biofuel, maraming concern sa mga coconut and sugar farmers. Pero itong sinabi niyong low-hanging fruit, congressional approval. Tapos nagsabi po kayo, sir, with all due respect, kasi po nag-break, hindi po magandang pakinggan yan. Hindi po mag-break ang Senado kung sinabi niyong kailangan ng congressional approval ang paggamit ng PNOC ng kanilang pondo. Pakilagay po sa record after your presentation and we give a chance to the others, Mr. Chair. Because it's important na hindi tinuturo sa atin na nag-break tayo kaya ang PNOC hindi makagamit ng kanyang pera. That's unfair. Eh, ang sekretary nga ninyo wala dito eh. Kung anong pamumulitik ang ginagawa na naman ng sekretary nyo.
Break tayo session pero tuloy-tuloy pa ho yung aming hearing.
Yes, of course.
At kung kailangan po mag-convene, ready naman po magkaroon ng special session at any time. No?
It's important.
So-
When did you give the letter? Ha? Kasi, alam nyo, hindi pwedeng tinuturo-turo nyo kami. Hindi nyo pwedeng sinasabi, makinig kayo. Huwag kayong nagpapalusot dito ha. Sinasabi nyo, yung letter na sa inyo eh. Tapos nag-break kayo. Double jeopardy. Hindi pwede yon. Sorry, hindi po kami papayag nun. Kung alam po namin hindi kami mag-break, tama po ang chair. Tingnan mo nga, mag-break. Gusto nyo Holy Week, magtrabaho tayo dito eh. Darating lahat ng secretary. Burn the midnight candle. Walang labasan sa kwarto hanggang hindi nakita ang pagtulong sa itang tao. Pero wag niyong sasabihin na nag-break kami kaya hindi napasa yung hiniling ng DOE na congressional approval. Hindi po, sir. Hindi niyo kasalanan yon kasi wala ang inyong sekretarya. I can't think of anything more important than this hearing convened by the chair. And if the other cabinet members are here, why could the most important department not be present? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.